I want to live a life where I live true to my purpose, because I think that living true to your purpose makes you a better person. Think about people who are like bitter, or they are tearing other people down. It's because they're not happy with their lives, because maybe they didn't live for themselves, or they always lived wanting for approval from others. Since I have my Bachelor of Fine Arts in film and video, but what I'm trying to say is that I wanted to quit a few times when I was in that program, because I've quit film and then just got back to film, because like I said, like I say this often, when you have an interest toward something or a calling toward something, it's gonna keep, if you're meant to pursue it, it's gonna keep knocking on your door. It's gonna keep showing up, because I realized that I would not be, what's the alternative, right? Like, I would not be satisfied with any other life besides living a creative, artistic life that is true to me. I've gotten cute photos of me and my friend / creative collaborator, and we've been meeting every single week to make progress toward editing my first fiction short film. I shot my first fiction short film in December of 2024, and it's gonna come out this summer. And I have ideas for that too. Like, I want to make merch for my short film, and it's not the best using eyeshadow. Did you guys notice that? I use eyeshadow, black eyeshadow, for the eyebrows to fill them in. Hello, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. My name is Diana, and on my YouTube channel I like to talk about my creative journey as a writer and a filmmaker, but I also like to talk about spirituality and self-development topics, because I'm super passionate about self-development and I want to inspire other women to pursue their passions. Today I'm making a different type of video. I usually do like sit down talking videos, but today I wanted to do a get ready with me, like a chit chat get ready with me. This is so weird for me. I've never really done one of these, I don't think. So I'm gonna start out with moisturizer. I wanted to like talk about what's been on my mind so that you guys can get to know me better. Yeah, we're starting out with moisturizer. I already put Vaseline on my lips to moisturize, but anyway, I should have done this first. I usually put on my little headband, but I'm filming this in the morning. I have a busy day ahead of me. I have therapy, which I'm hype about, and it's remote, so it's like on Zoom. And then so I'm tying my hair up, and then I have to babysit cats. I'm a pet sitter. That's like my side gig. I look so funny. Oh my god. Yo. Okay. I'm gonna put more moisturizer on because my face still feels dry. I have dry skin, so I feel so awkward. Like, I've never done a chit chat get ready with me, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what this video turns out to be like. But yeah, anyways, I wanted to talk to you about what I'm gonna do today. I'm really excited. So yeah, therapy, pet sitting. I'm babysitting cats, so I feel like being around animals is really good for me. I love animals, so taking care of them, like I do dog walking. Also, just checking in on cats when their owners are away. Feeding them, all of that. So I really do enjoy this side gig of mine. It's a good side thing, So yeah, and then I have to go to work after that in the evening. I have like a day job, a part-time day job. And yeah, that's my day. But I really wanted to make the time to make this video. I feel like I'm really trying to focus on YouTube and get on my YouTube grind. I really enjoy making videos. It's very gratifying for me to improve on the craft and improve with each video and slowly understand what makes a successful YouTube, what makes a successful brand, and all of that. So I really love dedicating myself to this, like social media, creative stuff. Oh my God. I'm putting on primer. Yeah. If you have any questions about the brand, please comment down below, and I'd be happy to share like the exact brands that I'm using. But I'm not the most well known about brands. Like, I just get what's affordable, or yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know that much about, oh, this is the best primer, you know, you guys should get this. I don't know enough to recommend things. So, but I'd be happy like to tell you. That's just not my focus, you know. And then I'm gonna put on, I don't put on foundation. I actually use this hydrator, and I feel like it's lighter than foundation. It's affordable, and it does the job, you know. Okay. And then I'm gonna go wet my beauty blender. I'll be right back. I'm back. Anyway, as I was saying, being around animals is very healing. And being around nature is very healing. I really consider it to be therapy, you know, like a form of therapy. So I do enjoy this work. But as far as creative stuff, right? Like film, writing, I am working on a writing project that I'm going to share with you very soon. So I'm excited for that. And as for filmmaking, I want to direct, but I want to write the stuff that I direct, and those are two very different, not very different, but like there are two distinct crafts, right? Screenwriting and directing, distinct crafts, and it's very challenging because it takes time, it takes feedback to write a good script, and the script matters so much, but it takes me a long time. So it takes me a long time to do it by myself. So I'm gonna try to ask people for feedback so I can move the process faster. But asking for feedback does move the process faster, but so does having finished work. So I'm trying to do that. And it's hard to juggle that with YouTube, with social media stuff that I'm doing. And the reason I'm doing all this social media stuff too, in tandem with my writing and filmmaking goals, is because I really want to work for myself. This is actually a topic that I wanted to talk with you about today. Like, I made a mental note that I want to talk about this in my chit chat, get ready with me. But I realized that from as long as I can remember, I never was like, I want this exact job, or it would be cool to work here. I never had the idea like, I want to work in this company, in this corporate role. I want this exact job, because I am a manifestor type. If you guys know about human design, you would know that I'm like the definition of a manifestor type. So a manifestor type in human design, if you don't know what it is, it's similar to astrology. You know how they say, oh, you're such a Leo, you're such a this. Human design is another system where they use your birth chart, and then it tells you how you use your energy, pretty much. If I'm explaining that correctly. If you know more about human design, please comment the right definition, but that's how I understand it. It's how you use your energy and your natural way of being and how you're meant to use your energy. So for me, manifestor type, that means that I am a natural initiator. So I'm very like a burst of energy. Like I have an idea, I communicate it. So I initiate it. I tell the people who need to know, the people who need to help me to bring the idea to life. And then I let them take the rest of it, because initiators and manifestor types in human design, they start projects, but their flaw sometimes is not being able to finish the projects, because I have a short burst of energy and it takes me only so far. So how this relates to what I'm talking about is that I always I was always like a leader type. Like I always wanted to be the boss, to just do my own thing, make my own path. And so right now that I don't have a full-time job, I'm using all my free time and really trying to go in on creating a brand for myself, because I want to be an artist. Putting powder on my face to set it. But ever since a young age, I always just wanted to be a creative. I always saw myself being creative. And now what I want to do is build my own brand where I can live a life that's true to myself. I'm a rebel in that way, that I am just really wanting to lead a life that is so true to myself and so authentic to myself, because I don't want to live a life unhealed, if that makes sense. I want to live a life where I live true to my purpose, because I think that living true to your purpose makes you a better person. Not like, oh, you're so good or you're such a moral good person. A good person in the sense that when you are living true to yourself, when you love yourself and you love what you're about, you are less likely to harm and hurt other people. You're more likely to have a positive impact on people. Think about people who are like bitter, or they are tearing other people down. It's because they're not happy with their lives, because maybe they didn't live for themselves, or they always lived wanting for approval from others. So I'm very I try to live true to myself in every situation when I can, and I try to have that awareness. So because of that, I know that I want to live a life that's in integrity with myself and what I stand for. So with Dianastalkshow, I started this because I just really felt I had things to share. Like I had things I wanted to talk about with people, and I knew that from the media I listen to, like podcasts, YouTube videos, even movies, TV shows, I knew when I saw other people doing this and making this their career and living a life, like a creative life, where they have freedom and flexibility, but also traveling and all of that, I saw, okay, that's what I want for myself. And I think I have something valuable to offer as well, and I have valuable words and insight from my own life experiences, and I wanted to share, because I didn't always see people that were like me or exactly like me, and I wanted to show people like me, like woman of color, Latina woman, that it's possible to be happy, live a life true to yourself and stuff. And that's kind of what's been keeping me going, is okay, I want to keep going so that I can, I don't know, you know what I mean, have a positive impact on people like me, and show that there's more to life. There's more to life than maybe what you've known, like, if it was negative or whatever, or like things like that kind of is what I'm trying to convey through what I do. And I also want to now be committed to my growth in a way, and believe that I can make a life that is fulfilling to me by doing what I love. So I'm just blending my bronzer. And this journey has not been linear for me at all. It's something that I realized you have to stay committed to, and you have to keep committing to every day. Like this journey of trying to be your highest self, right? Trying to, in this lifetime that you're given, be your fullest potential, right? That's something that you have to stay committed to, because I've been in this personal development path since 2019 when I was 18 years old. But I've fallen off. I've, not stayed committed to it. And what I mean by that, committed to it, is that there were times I neglected my self-care, or I thought to myself, like, oh, it's okay. Like, it's okay to just do what everyone else is doing. Like when I was in college and stuff, like, it's okay to just follow the crowd and be accepted and be normal. Because I wanted to start a podcast or a YouTube channel or something since I had my first spiritual awakening, is what I'll call it. In 2019, that was when I had my first spiritual awakening, where I realized that my life was up to me pretty much. And I realized that not only that, but I realized that I did believe in a higher power, and that I guess where I developed my beliefs is what I'll say, my spiritual beliefs. And also I realized that I had stuff I needed to heal, and I gained that self-awareness, because before I was acting unconsciously, and then I gained consciousness almost when I was 18. I was like, wow, like I manifested all these things up to now, or maybe I wasn't playing an active role in creating a life that was fulfilling, because I didn't know it was possible to have a fulfilling life as well. Like I thought that I was limited to what I saw around me, or I believed negative things about myself and had like low self-esteem, all of that. And then I woke up to the truth that I can make a different life for myself that I'm actually happy with. And I will say, I do believe that we're always on a spiritual path. We're all spiritual beings. Like I'm not, like, nothing is better, nothing is higher and mightier. I think that's a trap too, like judging and judgment and stuff like that is. So that's not what I'm trying to say, but I think that there is a difference between being like aware and being conscious of what you're doing instead of falling unconscious. And I think that even when I'm saying, oh, I fell off my spiritual path a few times, I was still on that path, and ultimately I still learned a lot and all of that. But at the same time, it is a choice how you choose to navigate things and how you choose to perceive things. Like, I don't know if I'm making any sense. But, okay, I fell off the path many times because I feel like I was just not embracing that I have a different path than other people. We all have a different path from each other. And I was just kind of sticking with what was around me. And what was around me was people who didn't have the same creative dreams as I did, maybe, or weren't having this dream to be their own boss. Like, maybe some people dream about having a specific corporate role, or having a job like a doctor or a lawyer, and I didn't. And so I feel like maybe I should have surrounded, or like I didn't surround myself with more artists or more creative types. And obviously having friends who are not creatives is obviously super valuable. But I think like surrounding yourself with people who are like-minded and who want to do the same things as you is important, especially if what you want to do is unconventional. Like what I want to do, like making YouTube videos. This is unconventional. Not everybody is doing this. Not everybody wants to do it. And not everybody, not everybody wants to do it, wants to stick to it. Especially people I know. I don't really know or have other people in my circle, or no, that's not true, but I don't have other people. I don't know many. I need to get out there, actually. I need to meet other people, and I have, and it's always helpful when I meet other people who are also posting on social media like this, who are trying to do filmmaking, independent filmmaking, who are trying to be indie filmmakers. It's so helpful to surround that I know people like that, and I do want to put myself out there more, which I am doing. I feel like I do I am doing that. So I'm meeting with somebody this week, actually. Like, she's a producer, and yeah, we're gonna hang out, and I'm excited to hear her feedback. I am gonna look for a mentor too. Like, I'm gonna see who I can ask to be my mentor. I feel like I need a mentor in what I'm trying to do. And just putting setting spray. And I gained momentum on YouTube. Me saying this right now, I have 427 subscribers as I'm speaking right now. And I gained momentum I had 230 at the start of this year. And then I posted a video about how to have a creative practice, even if you have a full-time job. That was when I had my full-time job. And it gained traction, like 2.9k views. That's a lot for me. It gained traction, and then I gained like 100 subscribers from that one video, and then I just kept gaining like in a small like in a steady way, because I also feel like I've been improving my craft, but I've also been understanding more how YouTube works. I've been understanding how to make better titles, thumbnails, all of that. So that encouraged me to keep being consistent with YouTube and to keep going, because not only do I enjoy this, it's so fulfilling and it's so gratifying for me to get improvement, to keep improving on my videos. And it's also very gratifying for me to connect with other people and to realize that I'm actually doing it. Like, I'm slowly building my own community and connecting with other people who understand my words. Like, for my newsletter or YouTube, there's people who just get me, who just understand. Like, that's what it's all about, and that's what I've been trying to do. And I think that with sharing online, it's so different from the past, in the sense that when you were in the past, as humans, you were limited to your local surroundings. You were limited to the people around you, because that was it. There was no social media. Technology was not as advanced. And I'm sure that was fine, that was fine. And then social media came, and social media has its problems, obviously. Like, it has its downsides, as anything does. But now we have like this free range, almost, like all these options, because we're not just limited to our immediate surroundings and the people around us. We can interact with people all around the world, and that's very exciting. It's very scary, but it's also exciting if you look at it in that way. Like, I see the positive side, and That's crazy. And it's a different, for artists, especially for creatives, it's a different method from the past. Because in the past, let's say you're a musician, the exposure was, okay, you're going to get on the radio. And then let's say you want to be a writer. Okay, you're going to be published in this newspaper or in this magazine. And then that was how you gain exposure. And you still gain exposure that way. But you also have the tool of social media where you can post what you want, and then that gets spread out to a lot of people. And you can build your community, so you can take things in your own hands in that way, which is what really I am about, because I am not born from money, from connections at all. And so for me, I'm thinking, okay, what do I have access to? I have a phone. I have a laptop. I'm gonna make my own videos, and I'm gonna try to connect with people in the way that I can, in the way that I have access to. So that's what I really enjoy about social media, and that's why I'm trying to understand it and get better, because it's a skill as well. Like, you don't just post and then leave. You have to understand how these social media platforms work, because these social media platforms are a business in themselves, and they have their own quirks, their own algorithm, and things you have to understand about them. And that's a whole skill set in itself, you know. But it's something that will aid my art. It will aid me in my creative journey in the long run. So I'm okay with having to learn this, because also, like, I'm basically wearing many hats right now, you know. I'm like my own manager. I'm my own publicist. All of that. I'm the artist, I'm the publicist, I'm the manager, I'm the editor. All of it. So I'm wearing all the hats right now. But in the long run, in the future, maybe I won't have to, hopefully, you know. Then I can actually have a team of people who help me, you know, help me with my stuff, with my tasks, because it's a lot right now. Trying to support myself and sustain myself, while also trying to grow my YouTube, and trying to write my scripts, trying to write my projects, you know. Like I told you, screenwriting is hard. It's a craft in itself. It's a lot. And then you have to do pre-production. Like, if I want to make my own projects, right, independently, which is what I want to do. I want to make my own stuff and not wait for validation from other people, like other, you know, like studios and stuff. I want to do my own stuff without needing the validation and all, or not validation, but I mean, it would be nice to get a lot of support financially for what I'm doing, and I do know that's going to happen for me one day. But I want to like try to do stuff that is in my hands, so I can get my creative vision off the ground. I am going to say this. I am bringing back my Etsy shop. I had an Etsy shop in 2024, very briefly. It was very unsuccessful. I was selling digital zines. No one bought them. I literally got sad, and I was telling my sister and my mom, I was like, no one's buying my creative writing zines. It was a digital download, like with my creative writing, poetry, and I was like, no one's buying it. And I was like promoting it on my YouTube videos, on my Instagram, and my mom and my sister were like they bought it, because I told them I was sad that no one was buying it. And so, yeah, I was like, okay. But looking back, I see my mistakes. So I think, first of all, I had to get better at copywriting. That's a whole thing in itself. Like, being an artist is also about being a business in a way, because you have to, especially if you're starting out and you're indie like me, you're independent, you have to be the publicist, the agent, the manager, the copywriter, the social media manager, the brand manager. You have to do all of it yourself, and it's it can be a lot. So looking back, I'm like, okay, I needed to get better at copywriting. I needed to get better at advertising, and I needed to get better at posting on social media, because like I said, it's a skill. You can't just, you can, I guess you can do what you want in this life. You can do whatever you want, but I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, each social media platform has its thing, like their restrictions, their way of being, the things that they push out, the algorithm. So a lot of it is not in our hands, but it is in our hands what we can do to work with that algorithm and to hack it in a way, But I need to learn how to do that. I'm still learning, and I learned about copywriting as well. I've been reading a book about copywriting. And this is what I was afraid of, showing you guys that I lick the Q-tip, and then that's how I clean my makeup. I was afraid of showing you guys this, but you won't judge me. I know you won't. But anyway, I was also gonna say, follow my new Instagram account at Dianas.talkshow. I made a new Instagram account. I impulsively deleted my old Instagram account. This is a whole topic that we should talk about. So I want to be on social media, but like intentionally. Like, I don't want to just follow people I know just because we like went to school together in the past, and that's it. Like, I want to have something in common. I want to interact. Like, I don't want to just have passive mutuals who watch my stuff and don't interact with it, don't engage with it, because why are you here? Like, if you really wanted to stay in touch in my life and whatever, then that's different. Then we can hang out. I can give you my phone number, and then that's different. But that's what drove me crazy. It was having like just mutuals for no reason, just because we're mutuals. Like, we go to school together, we went to school together, or we know each other from something. Because I want to use social media and like actually be social. Like, I want to be able to follow people that inspire me, and also just follow people that I'm actually in touch with and actually engaged with, not just passively. And it just, especially when you're an artist and you're posting, let's say when I would be posting my poetry, or that I'm selling something, like I'm selling on Etsy, I'm selling tote bags. How am I gonna have followers who don't engage with that at all? That's really annoying. Like, followers who just like watch all my stories and then don't say anything at all. That's it. Like, it's like, why did you follow me in the first place? So I got really annoyed at that, because I had a lot of mutuals who just, we met like once maybe or something, and then never again spoke. And then also like I wanted to post for people who are here for Dianastalkshow, not just, like we met once or we know each other from years ago, like we went to high school together or middle school together, we went to college together, and that's it. And then it's like, staying in touch through social media is not actually staying in touch, in my opinion. Like, just because we're mutuals on Instagram doesn't mean we're in touch. Social media gives you that illusion that you're in touch with all these people, but you're not really. You stay in touch by, maybe we have each other's number and we're actually engaging and stuff like that. Other than that, why do I need to see what's in your life if we haven't spoken since high school? You don't even send me so much as a DM or something. Like, how are you? You just, you know what I mean? That's why I deleted that account, because I was like, no way. I'm going to start over, and I'm only going to follow people that I want to see their stuff, that I want to know what's in their life. If I don't want to know what's in their life, I don't like what they post, you know what I mean? They don't inspire me in any way, in some way. Or I just don't like what they post and I don't want to see it, why would I follow them? I feel like I've gained better boundaries about social media and a better understanding of my intention for it. I use social media with intention now. Like for Instagram and TikTok, for example, I want to post clips from my YouTube videos because my main thing is YouTube and my newsletter. Subscribe to my monthly newsletter on Substack. I'll put the link down below. But my long form things are the most important to me. Like YouTube is important to me because I like the way YouTube is. It's not controlled by, it is controlled by an algorithm because of how your videos get suggested and pushed out. But also it is like once you subscribe, you get my video notification or you get my video in your subscription thing and you see it. It's not like Instagram where you can follow someone or TikTok where you follow someone and you don't ever see a post from them because it's different, you know. But that's what I like about YouTube, and that's why YouTube will always be my favorite social media because I can post longer videos like this. I feel like the connection we have is deeper than just TikTok and Instagram. And also I like my newsletter because through email, you're never going to miss it. You will always get my post, my newsletter in your email. And we all check our email. Most of us regularly check our email, or we have our email notifications on. So you're going to see it and you can't miss it. So that's a better, more efficient way of keeping in touch. And that's why I am trying to get on Instagram and TikTok mostly only to promote my newsletter and my YouTube so that I can attract people from Instagram and TikTok and bring them to water. Like that saying, bring horses to water, or you can't bring something about horses and water, but I am going to bring the horses to the water, which is YouTube and my newsletter, because that's where it's at. That's what matters to me. And so on my Instagram, I was like, I'm only gonna engage with people who support my brand, like in the sense that, or support my brand, or I mess with their stuff. I mess with their brand because I want to just like use my digital space to control who I surround myself with and and surround myself with other people who are posting the way that I'm posting and putting themselves out there the way that I'm doing it so that I don't feel alone, because posting is lonely. Being in an unconventional path can be lonely, and you can relieve that by finding like-minded people who are doing similar things or have done similar things, so that you can see, I'm not alone, this is possible. Other people are out here doing this too, so I'm not weird, I'm not crazy for doing this. I'm gonna drink some water. I have water in this mug. But that's why I deleted my old Instagram account and follow me on my new one if you mess with my stuff. And if you're watching this, I know you do. So yeah, let's on Instagram. Yeah, I'll post like clips from my videos. I'll try to post clips from my newsletter and other stuff on my story. I like posting on my story. So I'm gonna try to stay active in that way. And I realized that posting clips from my YouTube videos or things from my newsletter on Instagram and TikTok is a way for me not to burn out, because I feel like when you make separate content for Instagram or for TikTok, it's so easy to get burnt out, and it's easy to like just be posting anything, you know, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to just like post anything and just post things that just cause, you know. I want to post things that actually make a positive impact and that actually means something, you know. I'm gonna put some eyeshadow on. So that's what it is. That's what it is. And then TikTok. Follow me on TikTok too. TikTok is special to me though. I've had the same TikToks. I was gonna delete it too, but I'm glad that I didn't. I've had the same TikTok since 2022. I had a TikTok actually from 2020 through 2021 that I deleted, but I used to post videos on there. I used to post vlogs on there like all the time. And anyways, I deleted that account. Because I was like, oh, like I don't know, I don't want to be on TikTok. It's too distracting, it's too much. But then I came back to TikTok in 2022. Because it's a good tool for exposure, I think, and to get in touch with different people. And the algorithm, there's more discoverability on TikTok is what I'm trying to say. So I was like, whatever, I'll give it another shot. And so I got a new TikTok account in 2022. And that's the one I've been posting on ever since. And I like the posts that I have on TikTok. I like my TikTok. Because I've posted vlogs there. And I've posted my journey, pretty much starting the film program that I was in college. I did a 2-year film program, like a film major in college, and my TikTok is documenting since the beginning of that film program, which changed my life, honestly. Committing to a film major changed my life because it pushed me in ways I never knew I could be pushed. You know, like when I committed to filmmaking and actually understood it and started learning about it and saw myself in a different way, it taught me that I can do technical things and that I can understand how filmmaking works. I'm not like a skilled cinematographer or sound person, or I don't have, I'm not skilled is what I'm trying to say. Like I'm skilled more. I think I'm okay at editing. I think I'm okay at editing, writing. I'm a skilled writer. I'm not skilled technically still, actually, now that I think about it. I'm really not. But I still was able to do the projects, and I was still able to finish the program, and I made a thesis film, like a short thesis film. So I did it, I'm capable of it, clearly, since I have my Bachelor of Fine Arts in film and video. But what I'm trying to say is that I wanted to quit a few times when I was in that program, because I've done that. Like I had a film major in the beginning of college, and then I quit. I've quit film and then just got back to film because, like I said, like I say this often, when you have an interest towards something or a calling towards something, it's gonna keep, if you're meant to pursue it, it's gonna keep knocking on your door. It's gonna keep showing up, because I realized that I would not be, what's the alternative, right? Like I would not be satisfied with any other life besides living a creative, artistic life that is true to me. The alternative is doing something that I'm not satisfied with while seeing other people go for their dreams and fulfill them, and then I'll be bitter, and then life will pass me by and I'll be bitter that other people were posting on YouTube, were putting themselves out there, trying to connect with other people, going for their dreams. Whereas me, I was like, oh, that's not realistic for me. So I'm not even going to try. That would make me bitter. So that's why I decided to push through the discomfort of being in a film program, because that was the first time that I was actually making film projects. Like I was making film assignments for my classes, and I also learned that filmmaking and any art is collaborative. Filmmaking is so collaborative, especially as an art form. You have to collaborate with others. You cannot do it all by yourself. How are you going to hold the camera, do the sound, do the lighting, direct, produce, write. You know what I mean? Like, it's so collaborative. Your hair and makeup, so many different roles, and to make a production possible. And so you're not alone. Like, I thought that I had to be a skilled cinematographer. Like, I had to, and I didn't really care for cinematography. I don't really care for that. I don't care for, like, technical things. I care about writing and directing. Like, I know what I want to see, and I know that my vision, I know the story that I want. And I realized that that is a skill too that I can offer, because in film, some people don't want to be the director. Some people do not have the desire to make their own stories come to life. Some people just have the desire. Again, back to what I was talking about, human design. Some people's human design, or what they want to do in this lifetime, is not make their own films, for example. Sometimes they just want to help. Some people really find fulfillment in helping other people realize their vision, or helping someone else and helping. And that is what this world, we need all types of people. We need people who are okay with working, who enjoy working corporate roles, because they make the company run and they help the company run, and that's their life mission. Or no, that's just what they enjoy, and that's perfectly fine. Everyone has different things, and we need all types of people. We also need the people who are gonna have the ideas for movies. We need the people who are gonna write the script, who's gonna commit to writing the script, who's gonna have the idea, who's gonna have the idea for the company. Because some people don't want to have all that responsibility. Some people just find fulfillment in other things, like family, travel, things like that, starting a family. And that's a beautiful and valid pursuit. And so they don't want to be in charge of a company. They don't want to have a brand. They don't want to be bothered with directing a film, for example. So I realized that in my film program, I was like, oh, I don't have to be a skilled at, like, holding a camera and doing the technical stuff, because I'm always gonna have a team that's gonna help me with the things that I fall short on, the skills that I fall short on, and then I can provide my skills, which is the writing and the leadership that some people do not want. Some people would rather set up my lighting and, make the lighting and focus on that, and not focus on running things. And that's and like I said, like, we need all people. We need all different people, and that's what makes the world run, and that's very beautiful, I guess, is what I'm trying. That's beautiful. I'm rambling at this point. Okay. Also, I forgot, while I was chatting, I forgot that I've been really into filling in my eyebrows recently. I used to not fill them in. Something fell. Okay. I used to not fill in my eyebrows, but now I really, really like it. I don't know. I've been, playing around with it. So I've been filling in my eyebrows lately. Okay. So this is what I do. This is a bronzer. I don't have, like, actual things to fill in my eyebrows. This is a bronzer. But yeah, I want to build my own creative empire, and I am. Every step I take is going toward that, because I'm also an Aries. Am I not the quintessential Aries woman? Am I not? I'm very much an Aries sun. Like, my leadership, my optimism, I really am proud of my placements, like astrology. I'm proud of myself. Let's normalize speaking highly of ourselves right now, because I'm about to speak highly about myself. I'm really proud of myself. I'm not where I want to be in life yet. And I'm not really doing all that great. Like I'm not saying like, oh my god, like I'm at the top. And even if I was, like, that's not what it is. It's not like I'm not talking about external. I'm talking about like just how I am as a spirit. I'm just a leader. I'm a boss, like I'm like a boss. I'm very like impulsive, aggressive, and I'm a warrior. You know what I mean? Like that probably that probably sounds corny, but it's really who I am. I'm just the quintessential Aries woman. Happy Aries season. My birthday is March 31st. Super excited. I'm gonna be 24. But anyway, like I said, I'm a creative powerhouse. I have the drive and the work ethic and the guts to go for what I want, and to like I have so many ideas and I'm working on them actively. I take the action. I'm about that action. Like I do what I'm saying I'm gonna do. And I'm talking like this because I've shown myself time and time again that I do my best. I take care of myself. I do what I say I'm gonna do. And yeah, I take care of myself and I put myself first. That's all of this is very Aries. It's very Aries spirit, but it's also why I want to empower other women to, in their own way, in their own life, whatever it looks like for you, to do something for you and to empower yourself in that way. Like, what is it that you want to do and that you want to try out? Because this life is a playground. Like, try it out. Try out whatever you want to do. And believe that you're capable of it. Like, that was, like, I treat myself so serious. In a way, like, for my creative goals, I'd be so serious. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna launch my Etsy shop. Like I just do it. Like I just go for what I want. I just do it. Like I try out my projects that I want. I'm like, what if I did this? And I get inspired by other people. I get inspired by other creative women that I see online who are doing the thing and who are making a living doing what they love. That really inspires me. And so that's why I get inspired, and that's what I want to do, like keep that ripple effect going. Because when I get inspired by a creative woman who's making money doing what she loves, who's like, I think to myself, maybe I can do that. And like, for example, I've bought creative zines. I've bought poetry books from the artists that I love on social media. Like if I follow a poet on Instagram and she comes out with a poetry book, I'll buy it. And or if like I see somebody who posts creative writing on Instagram and she comes out with a zine, I'll order it. I'll get it. I support other artists. Like I've bought it, and then I think to myself, maybe I want to write something and I want to share my writing because I also feel like I have something to say, something that others might resonate with, Oh my God. I think I drank too much coffee because I'm feeling really jittery right now. I have to put concealer on my eyebrows. But look, yeah, I have to put concealer around my eyebrows because, to hide all the, it's not the best using eyeshadow. Did you guys notice that? I use eyeshadow, black eyeshadow for the eyebrows to fill them in. Okay. Probably do a little more here. Okay, so yeah, let me see. I really enjoy talking too, so if you ask anybody close to me, like, I'm always yapping, so I'm like, may as well pour this into my YouTube and talk about the topics that are important to me, because this is what I would talk about anyway with my close friends. This is stuff that I've talked about with my close friends. Okay. They don't come out perfect, you know. This is not perfection. This is just... But yeah, anyways, what was I saying? I was hyping myself up. Hype yourself up too. On, like, if you please today, if you're watching this, think about all the things you've done, like, or like think about who you are as a person. Think about your spirit, even beyond like the things you've done. But I say that because I think that for me, in my experience, I used to think I wasn't cool enough, or maybe I wasn't good enough to do this stuff, like post on YouTube, make merch. I'm gonna make my tote bags. My tote bags are coming back, by the way. I was selling tote bags last year. Those sold a little bit, like not like friends and family. Yeah, because I feel like I was selling shit and I didn't even have... I still don't have a following, like a big following, you know. If you're watching this, I appreciate you and thank you for being here. But I didn't have like a dedicated following, a big dedicated following. And I had like 100 subscribers, and I was like, I'm gonna make merch, you know, like who's gonna buy that? But my merch was really cute. I had like tote bags, I had crew necks and stuff, and they were cute though, so I'm probably gonna bring them back because I do really like that, and I still wear those tote bags regularly. I still rep myself, and that, yeah, I'm gonna bring it back this time, but I'm gonna like try to promote it better and like have a better business plan, you know, of how I'm gonna promote it and stuff, because I'm gonna give it another shot, because I feel like these tote bags needed more airtime, you know. They needed more of a chance. I feel like my eyebrows look crazy. But I also kind of like that, you know what I mean? I kind of like that they look kind of crazy. This is kind of what I'm going for in a way. What was I gonna say? My merch deserved more airtime, you know, it deserved a chance, so I'm gonna probably bring it back. This video is almost an hour long. I'm surprised that my phone has this much storage space. Like, that's crazy. Almost an hour long. But anyways, yeah, I have therapy soon, so I'm excited. What was I gonna say? Yeah, that's my plan. And yeah, like I struggle. I have moments daily where I'm like questioning myself, like, what am I doing? Like, what is this gonna amount to anything? Where is this going? Because I'm in my mid-20s, you know. I turned 24 in like 2 weeks, and so I'm like, damn, I'm in my mid-20s. Am I going anywhere with this? Like, should I just like give up and do something practical? And is this gonna amount to anything? Am I just gonna have wasted my time? Am I wasting my time, you know? So I have all these doubts, like, multiple times a week, every day, you know. But then I also think about how good I'm doing in other things. Like, I made the effort to put myself in therapy and get support. I worked out this morning, you know. I get my exercise in because I know that it's going to make me feel better and that it's for my health. I take care of my health. Like, I try to eat food that is good for me. I try to give myself nutrients. You know what I mean? Like, I think about, okay, I'm struggling with financially, I'm struggling with my career. I'm really struggling, you know. But I'm also doing really well because, look, I'm getting ready. I'm making the effort to do my hair and makeup. Let me put on earrings, by the way. I just have these in front of me, so I'm just gonna use these. But maybe I should put on red lipstick too. I make the effort to get ready. I have a dedicated hobby / passion project with my YouTube. I really dedicate myself to improving on my video making. I have writing projects, screenplays, poetry. I have ideas for my brand. I have a clear vision. It's just not where I want it to be yet, and it's not successful yet. But it's there, I have a clear vision, and I am very relentless. Like, I will not give up, and I haven't given up yet. So this really helped. Thank you guys for being here. This really helped because it really helps to talk things out. But yeah, like, if you're struggling, you're in the same boat as me. Like, we're like, what are we doing? Like, what is going on? Like, where are we going? Where are we headed? Think about, like I'm doing right now, think about the good that you are doing in your life. Like, I'm sure if you're struggling in one area, like me, financially, if you're struggling in that area, you're probably doing good in a different area. Maybe you have a strong relationship. Maybe, oh my God, I'm excited. I just remembered that I have a book from the library that I requested from the public library, and then I got an email that they got it. So you see, I'm reading. I'm excited about that. I'm going to go at some point today to pick it up. I'm reading. I'm trying to educate myself by reading, watching YouTube videos about the topics that I need help with. I'm, putting myself in situations where I can receive support. Like in therapy, I reached out to this film producer. We're going to meet, and I'm going to ask her for advice and stuff. I reached out to a few people who were mutuals, and they're creatives as well, and I asked them to hang out soon. So I'm gonna, putting myself out there, making new friends, making new creative connections. I'm editing my short film, by the way. I'm gonna send a newsletter out soon to with pictures and stuff, because I've been taking pictures. I love Polaroids and disposable pictures, like getting real photos. I've gotten cute photos of me and my friend / creative collaborator, and we've been meeting every single week to make progress toward editing my first fiction short film. I shot my first fiction short film in December of 2024, and it's gonna come out this summer. And I have ideas for that too. Like, I want to make merch for my short film and other fun themed things for my film. I'll put the link below of my fundraiser video so you can see what it's about and the premise of the film. But I'm gonna be sending out a newsletter soon, like this weekend, detailing the timeline of my film and all of that, in case you don't know and you want to catch up on it and see what I've been working on. So I'm gonna be doing all of that, on sending out a newsletter and stuff. So you see, like, I'm struggling because I lost my full-time job, my full-time corporate job, but it's giving me the space to do some soul searching, focus on work on, like, go all in on my passions. And, slow but steady. It's about the journey. I love red lipstick, and I'm so hungry, so I'm gonna have breakfast after this. But that was my makeup. Very simple. I'm gonna add more blush just to touch up over here. But this video is so long. I think it's gone on long enough. But this was really nice. Oh my God. Like, you guys should do this. Like, talk to yourself. Anyways, yeah, I really recommend this. This was very therapeutic for me. Thank you. Yeah, so oh my god, I just uplifted myself. Like, I just gave myself a pep talk. I'm gonna give myself another pep talk, but this is for you too. Like, see yourself in what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm a force. I'm a creative powerhouse. I'm just so, yeah, I'm a visionary. I will be okay. I am putting in the action step by step. I'm building this life brick by brick every day. And one day I'm going to get to travel the world, and I'm going to get to... My dream is to visit Paris. I'm going to get a little emotional. I'm not, but I'm going to try not to. But my dream, this is something that I haven't really told anyone or said aloud. Like, I just have it in my vision board in front of me. Like, I have a bulletin board in my room, and I recently printed out pictures so I can put it on as a vision board and use it as a vision board. Like, I have pictures of me and my loved ones, like friends and family, but I also have affirmations. I have a film thing here. It says how to pitch a documentary that I had from a film class that I took at my college from last year, and it has steps on how to pitch a documentary. So to show myself, like, okay, I'm going to keep in touch with film, but I also have pictures of loved ones, and I also have affirmations. I have a picture of myself as a kid, and then I have a picture of myself with 1,000 subscribers. Like, I have a picture from Pinterest of 1,000 subscribers with a cake that says 1K on it. And I also have a picture of a cafe in Paris. That one of my dreams is to visit Paris. I just feel like drawn to that place. Ever since I was young, I was teaching myself French. I don't know French. I know like basic words. But when I was little, I taught myself how to introduce myself in French. Like, I don't remember where I learned it from. I think maybe like a video or a book, but I taught myself. And so what I'm trying to say by this is, like, that's one of my dreams, is to visit Paris. So I have this picture of like a cafe with like cappuccinos, and then I have a picture of looking outside the night sky from the window of a plane, and then I have a picture of first class seating. Just, so wow, yeah, I'm building this life brick by brick, and it's part of the journey. The journey is the fun part. And really think about who you are too. I'm saying all these nice things about myself because I proved it to myself by taking action toward my dreams, taking action, like making my first narrative short film. It was very low budget. I did it with the resources and limitations that I had, but I did it because I was like, okay, I need to actually make film projects to become a filmmaker. Like, I have to take the action of somebody who has that life, and with the limitations that I have, how can I still do it? And that's what I'm still doing now. I'm trying to think about how I can make my next film projects and simplify it to the point where I don't get overwhelmed, that I don't have, that I don't know where I'm going to get the money from to make the film projects. That I don't know all the resources yet, but it's going to unfold. But I have to do my part. And my part is the actions that I can take. YouTube, for example, the actions that I can take to become a successful YouTuber is to make YouTube videos and to constantly teach myself how to improve this and teach myself. And that comes with action. I cannot improve on YouTube videos if I don't make YouTube videos. You cannot improve your writing if you don't write. You cannot do anything if you don't take the first action. Let's say you want to, this is a personal example for me. Let's say you want to start a club of some kind, or you want to get a specific job, right? You have to take the action. You have to like apply to the job. You have to see how you can fix up your resume. How can you do, you know what I mean? This is for me too. Everything I'm saying is for me too. It applies to me too. Or you want to, start a club. Okay, how are you going to do it? You have to reach out to people, see what resources you can do, right, to form a group. For me too, if I want a job, a specific job, I have to apply. Even if you don't get it, you have to still take the action, because taking the action, at least you did it, like me. Even if I don't get the jobs, I'm applying to a lot of jobs and I'm not getting them, at least I'm doing that, and I'm just like not, and I'm taking that action, and so yeah, like if I want to have the life of a successful YouTuber, filmmaker, writer, I have to work on those things every day, and I have to take small actions, even if it's just small. Like I'm gonna be meeting with my friend tomorrow to edit for a few hours the short film, and every week we meet for a few hours, and then we make progress slow and steady, and then I'm gonna have a completed short film. I'm gonna have a completed film project, and then that's gonna help me feel like I am a filmmaker because I made a film. That's the definition. I am a YouTuber because I'm making YouTube videos. I am a writer, you know what I mean? Because I write all the time. I write every day. I'm gonna publish my creative writing zine on Etsy. That's coming soon, so stay tuned. I'm editing it currently. I'm putting together a bunch of my poetry and stuff and making a zine, poetry that I've written, creative writing that I've written. So that is also about integrity. Like if you want to do something, you have to take the action that's going to give you the confidence, and you're going to be like, yeah, I do that. I have done that. I have all of this experience, and I am credible. And then you validate yourself in that way. And so for me, I have that self-knowledge because I take action every day toward what I want, and I took a lot of time to learn about myself, like my astrology placements, my human design. I am very interested in my self-knowledge, like learning about what I have to work on, my self-awareness, through therapy, through journaling. I gain a lot of self-awareness, so that helps me feel more confident too, because I know who I am. So you just learn who you are, learn yourself, and then you can give yourself pep talks, and give yourself pep talks with integrity, with honesty, because you're like, yeah, I've done it. Like, and if you're, and you think about how far you've come already. Like, even if you haven't done it, let's say you're like, I haven't actually taken action toward my dreams. Think about how good you're doing it in other areas of your life. Like, if you're watching this right now, you made the effort to watch an hour plus long Get Ready With Me. Be proud of you. Be proud of yourself. Or like, you got up this morning, you, like, that's such a blessing. You got up, you have another day, you have another chance to get after it. Or let's say you fed yourself, that's, you drank water today, you're taking care of your body. I'm not even being sarcastic, I'm being serious. Like, you went on a walk today, you got exercise, you're doing so well. And you still have work to do in other areas of your life, but you're not at square one. You are making efforts in other ways that should be appreciated and acknowledge yourself. See yourself. Be like, I cooked a meal today. Like, you can cook. Some people can't cook. I can cook very basic meals, but if you made yourself like a soup today, that's really cool. That's very impressive. You are very impressive already. Just think about it. My finishing touch is like sparkle, like a highlight on your corners. I'm just saying, like, think about the things you've already done. Like, oh my God, look at you. Let's say, oh my God, like, yeah, just appreciate and uplift and acknowledge the things that you've already accomplished, because that just shows how capable you are. If you've already accomplished this, imagine how much farther you can go in your life. Your life is not defined by the things that you are lacking, or the distance you still have to go to reach your goals. Think about how far you've already come. Congratulations. I'm rambling so much at this point, but I think that brings us to the end of this Get Ready With Me. This is pretty much like the makeup that I'm going to do today. I was in an eyeliner phase a few months ago, and now I like this. I don't really feel like I want eyeliner. I think this is enough. I'm gonna have breakfast and then carry on with my day. But thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you in the next video. Let me know what you thought of this video, if you would like to see more Get Ready With Me's, or if there is a specific topic you want me to talk about. I'd be happy to make a video about it. I've done video requests for my subscribers. I have a playlist on my YouTube channel, 2 videos that I dedicated to specific subscribers and mutuals, because they asked me something specific they wanted to talk about. And so I listen to your suggestions, I listen to your feedback, and I really appreciate receiving feedback from you. So thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you in the next video.